The show Deadliest Catch is incomplete without Captain Sig Hansen and this team risking their lives on a ship in the middle of a deadly ocean. Throughout his tenure on the hit fishing show Deadliest Catch, Captain Sig Hansen has solidified himself as one of the most famous faces in his field. But how much Sig Hansen and his team gets paid from this TV show? And how rich is Captain Sig Hansen? Is it the crab pots or the camera crew that ignites his fortune? Let's untangle Sig's net worth and uncover his surprising income sources. On April 28, 1966, hailing from a long line of fishermen in Norway, Sigurd Johnny Hansen was born in Seattle. He has two younger brothers and attended Shorewood High School in Shoreline, Washington, and at the age of 14, he began working on his father's fishing boat, and after completing high school, he went fishing full-time. It was at this time that Sig Hansen got to know the waters of Alaska and the Bering Sea. At this point, he was appointed relief captain of Northwestern at the tender age of 22. After 4 years, he took full-time captaincy of the boat, becoming one of the youngest captains in history. In no time, Sig had established a reputation for being a tough captain who doesn't put up with fools or betrayal. Since his early days leading the Northwestern, he understood that his future in the captain's chair is entirely dependent on performance. You can see it as, if you are not successful in bringing home the fish, you go back to work as a deckhand. However, captain's fishing career is interesting and you might not want to miss it. As time passed, Sig Hansen advanced through the Northwestern's ranks to take on the role of relief skipper. He assumed full-time command of the ship at the age of 24. The ship has had a stellar safety and gross production record while he has been in command. Out of all the ships on Deadliest Catch, the Northwestern made the most,
which is no easy task, and many cameras end up damaged or lost. The production team has mastered the tricky job of getting the best shots by waiting patiently for the perfect moments each season. In conclusion, Deadliest Catch has faced criticism for its repeated filming and lack of genuine storytelling. Deadliest Catch is a TV show that portrays the lives of crab fishermen who work towards the same goal. The show's dramatic storyline grabs viewers' attention by giving them someone to root against. One of the more dramatic stories is the Hillstrand brothers, who were offered their own spin-off in 2010. However, editing problems led to a $3 million lawsuit with Discovery Channel, and the brothers and Captain Sig Hansen left the network. Captain Elliot Nissa, a well-known character from the show, suddenly left in season 11 due to his addiction issues. He entered a rehabilitation program, but was arrested in 2022 for drug-related offenses. He is expected to be released in mid-2024. His niece has been quiet about his legal problems on social media. Deadliest Catch is named after the high risk that fishermen take while at sea. Over the years, many crew members and boats have been lost, including Captain Phil Harris. Joseph M.C.M. Mann, a director on the show, was shot outside his home after checking on a suspicious noise. Another crew member, Nick McLaren, died from an overdose in a Nashville hotel at the age of 33. His death hit Captain Bill and Nick's sister, Lydia, deeply. T. Todd Cuton, another crew member, tragically died in an accident on the FV Patricia Lee, leaving both fans and crew in mourning. Life at sea is tough, and this chapter looks closer at the personal battles faced by the crew, including the hidden cost of fishing licenses. Deadliest Catch in Alaska is a reality TV show that portrays the lives of fisherman Captain Sig Hansen and his crew.
38, we're actually out of 40. We have some 10s and 13s and 15s too.
Despite appearing to be experts, getting a fishing license costs around $200 and doesn't require special training. However, it can be dangerous if you don't have enough experience. Sig Hansen, a familiar face from the show, recently faced serious health problems, including a second heart attack while on antibiotics. This incident occurred in October while he was on antibiotics, causing his body to swell. He shared with Entertainment Weekly that the incident happened while he was on antibiotics, causing his body to swell. Seattle and his friend Sig were in a rush to get to the hospital, where an EpiPen was given to help save his life. However, it backfired, and Sig felt chest pain and had a heart attack again in 2016. Despite these incidents, Sig seems to have changed his outlook on life, but isn't ready to leave his ocean adventures just yet. His daughter Mandy now leads the Northwestern, but Sig tells TV Insider that being on the show has become second nature for him. Fedi Gotti, also known as Freddie Gotti, had his own challenges. He wanted to become a cage fighter, but got into a fight with a couple in 2011. TMZ reported that he claimed he was only defending himself, but was still arrested even after those claims were proven false. Elliot, another cast member on Deadliest Catch, is often viewed as the villain, but his social media interactions haven't helped his image. In 2015, there was even a push online to get him off the show, but few seemed interested in hearing his side of the story. Elliot keeps her personal life private, dating another fisherman, Ryan McDonald, for over a year before breaking up with fellow outdoor enthusiast Mark Schwanz.
Crew members and the moments they share. The show focuses on the crew's tragedies and the risks they take. Crab fishermen have a dangerous job, and what happens off camera is just as interesting as what you see on TV. A reality show receiving many Emmy nominations is unusual, yet Deadliest Catch has received multiple nominations for renowned awards in various categories. The series was nominated for an Emmy for the first time in 2007, when it received an incredible 4 nominations, one of which was for cinematography. Since then, Deadliest Catch has received 16 award wins out of 51 nominations. That's a significant number of nominations and wins for any TV series, but it's especially noteworthy for a reality show. It seems that fans of the show are in the minority. But that's not all. The show is causing problems in Alaska. Alaskans have grown a little tired of the shooting. Because the boats on the show are outperforming local fishermen, they are finding it difficult to make a livelihood. The fishermen who have managed to stay on the job are making roughly minimum pay, which is far less than most other workers. And this is concerning for those who are trying their best to make both ends meet. There's a lot more competition than normal because of the Discovery Channel-funded fishing expeditions. Resources are dwindling, and pay rates are being dragged down for regular guys who aren't fishermen on the show. And those guys are paid very well. On the other hand, climate change has an impact on the show lately. The water has experienced a 4-degree rise in temperature, which has displaced much of the crab population in the area. To continue fishing, boats have had to move to different areas of the ocean, often facing bigger storms while they are farther out and harder to rescue. Although the show steers clear of any political discussion of climate change, they can't get away from its impact. The moon's effect on the tide is the real problem. But how? Well, there's no question that the moon affects tides, and tides affect fishing crews. A lunar event called a supermoon is especially dangerous for fishermen. During a supermoon, a full moon is as close to the Earth as possible, making it look enormous. Apart from this, the camera crew sails alongside them, braving all the same conditions. In fact, they spend so much time together, the fishermen and the camera crew tend to become close and develop friendships. Working on the show is a risk, no matter what your job requires. Because the camera crew has to catch everything that's happening, they stay close to the fishermen as they perform the deadliest parts of their job. Everyone on board puts their life at risk, and many people end up with injuries. Coming back to his journey of rough waves, in 2011, he assumed the role of full-time captain for the Opilio crab and king crab seasons, with his brothers Norman and Edgar assisting him as a deckhand and deck boss, respectively. He joined the cast of Deadliest Catch in 2005, featuring in all of its 13 seasons. Moreover, he has appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, competed on The Celebrity Apprentice, and voiced the character Krabby in the animated film Cars 2. But that's not all. He co-authored a book, North by Northwestern, with Mark Sundin, which was published in 2010. It is a memoir and adventure tale that details the story of Sig Hansen and his family's experiences in the crab fishing industry. The book has received positive reviews, with readers appreciating the gripping narrative that brings them into the world of the Hansen family and their connection to the sea. While the exact number of copies sold cannot be mentioned, its massive popularity and positive reviews indicate a notable level of sales. It's pretty obvious you can predict how accomplished Sig is from all these details. His major honor lies in his successful fishing career, leading to his role in Deadliest Catch. He was inducted into the Scandinavian American Hall of Fame alongside Bobby Vee and Doc Severinsen in 2014. Likewise, Deadliest Catch has won an Emmy Award. With every new season, the show has attracted millions of people and has continuously been one of Discovery Channel's top-rated shows since its 2005 debut. Deadliest Catch is unique because of its unadulterated reality and gripping narrative, which gives viewers a close-up look at the dangerous life of crab fishermen as they flee the fury of the natural world in search of their riches. Episode after episode, fans are gripped by the show's dramatic intensity, which is driven by the ever-present fear of danger and the friendship among its vibrant group of characters. As the old guard increasingly gives way to the young guns with each passing season, inevitable questions for Sig loom large. At what point will Sig resign the chair and pass the boat onto the next generation of Hansens? Will Sig ever surrender the role that has defined him and upon which he has built his legacy? Who knows? To always stay updated about your favorite TV personalities, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon.